Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, World of Tanks Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the E-10, which is an E-100 at Tier 7. It looks very similar, and honestly plays very similar. Originally, this tank was going to have a 530 damage per shot gun, but Wargaming decided that at last minute, it was going to be 400 alpha. Personally, I think 460 would have been the sweet spot, but I think 400 is still pretty juicer for the tier that it sits at. And not only does this tank hit pretty hard, but it's got quite good armor, especially if you fight lower tiers. Haha, yeah, we fight lower tiers. And then we proceed to go up against a T-77 and a G-SOR and a Defender Mark 1. That's crazy. 3 tier 8 autoloaders. Can't wait for that! Well, we'll see what we can do. This tank's one weakness is that it's a very, very obese man. The tank has a top speed of 30, which itself isn't awful. I mean, the E-100 and VK-72 also only go around 30. The difference is, those vehicles have a power to weight better than, like, 2. I mean, this tank is slow. Even with super speed activated, we only really got up to about 30 downhill, and I mean, let's see how fast we climb up this hill here. You ready? Here we go! 18, 15, 14, 13. Oh, look at that. We're actually chilling at 13 kilometers per hour. Oh, 10, 9. Give it a moment. We're getting there. We're slowly getting up the hill. Oh, yeah. Back up to 15. This tank is slow. We have finally made it to mid, where now we can get farmed by a bunch of tanks. Well, let's see what we can actually do. No shots into you. The G-SOR is poking, and chunk, yeah! But he goes right through my turret. I mean, the G-SOR has really good patterns, so that's not too much of a surprise. But I think we hit him back just as hard, because we do have a 400 alpha gun, so it's not too big of a deal, actually. We got the T-77. Who needs to aim? Apparently I don't. We slammed that shell right into him. Not a bad start. We've done 2 low rolls, but at least we hit the shots, I guess, right? That's a bit of good news. The T-77 is in a rather challenging situation, would be my guess. He either pulls forwards or gets shot. What's he gonna do? Come on, pull forwards. Yes! Haha! Another low roll! How many low rolls will we get this game? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter too much, as this is looking to be a pretty easy win, if you ask me. We are going to push the Tankenstein. I want to see if this armor actually works well, and I think the best tank to test the armor against would be a Tankenstein. So let's just get behind him. Get over here, brother. I want to shoot you. Look at that. That wasn't really our armor. That was just the Tankenstein not knowing how to aim. But we still got a bounce, and I'll take a bounce. There's no world where this Rudy's going to pen me in the haul-down situation we are in. There you go. Another shot. Alright, I mean, we're getting out good damage here. We're already up to 1900. And that's kind of where this tank's gun does feel quite nice, is that it chunks. I mean, as I said, 400 damage per shot on a tier 7 is pretty nutty. Unfortunately, the tank has very poor accuracy, which means hitting your shots might be a little bit challenging. Okay, well, we got a bounce from the Defender. Not bad. Another bounce from the Defender. You can see that the armor is pretty good on this tank. Well, let's see. We got the Rudy, and we are fully aimed in now. Is he going to back up? Come on, show me your haul. 424 into his tank, and he's dead. All right, well, that's a pretty good start. Let's reload again. We got 5 seconds left. They have the Defender who just killed my teammate, which is not great, but we're going to poke the T-77, aiming it on his lower plate, and chunk, 424. Pretty good. We're up to 2,800 damage. This should be a fairly easy win, as all the Progetto needs to do is, well, bonk him. We've got a couple seconds left on our reload. Hello, Defender. How you doing, Governor? How you doing? Well, you're gonna try and run, but you're gonna die. Well, that was a good first game. Over 3,000 damage. We got a lot of blocks on ourselves, and I think we did a good example of where this tank is actually rather good. I mean, we got a little lucky that some of our shots ended up hitting, but still, a rather surprising game, and a finisher top on the team. So, pretty good stuff. We can definitely see how the E-10 has its capabilities played out, and it's literally just like an E-100. The turret is strong, but it's not amazing, and the hull armor is It's pretty good as well, but it has a weak lower plate. So you're gonna always have weak spots exposed, especially if you're dealing with more than one opponent. One's over here and one's over here. You know, one of them's always going to be looking at a weak turret or some sort of angle. But in general, the thing hits hard, and it does have a lot of hit points, and it does have a lot of armor. And those things do allow it to just be quite strong in general when dealing with opponents. So, once again, we have another Tier 8 match, which kind of sucks. I think this tank is going to be really good at bullying lower tier vehicles, but against higher tiers, I think that's where it's going to get bullied. What do we have up against us? A K2, okay, VK45. Okay, they don't have too many heavies. They only have 2. I mean, to be fair, we only have 2 as well, but we do have a Tornvon, which is like the best heavy to get on this map, so there's that. However, he shoots an HE shell. Oh boy, well, never mind. Our Tornvon is already instilling 0 confidence in me. Let's just see if we can make it to this K2, and let's get over here. Let's see if brother wants to poke it. Is he going to? Well, oh, there you go. He does poke it. We got a nice 380 damage shell into his tank. Nice. I mean, again, the alpha on this tank is very good. We got a bounce and a pen, really. An 80 damage shot kills my driver, Wargaming, really? You're going to tell me that? Okay. That's incredible. Well, we know where the 1357 is. He's camping in that back bush. That doesn't really matter to me, though. I could literally care less because the tank has such low alpha damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to poke this K2, and we pen him, and we actually win the trade, so it's not that big of a deal. Again, the alpha damage is nice. Being able to out-trade or evenly trade with higher-tiered opponents is always something that is, well, not thought about too much. Great play from the Panther, too. You know, an amazing maneuver there. Oh, we have another player who wants to YOLO us. Is that the case? Who else wants to YOLO me? Well, let's see. Let's aim it on the AMX. I'm not able to pen him apart from the roof. Oh, is the K2 going to poke it? I mean, we are holding. So there's that. The K2 is not shooting yet. I don't really care if he shoots me, to be honest, because we are going to load a gold shell, pen him for enough, and he's dead. So, I mean, that's still a dub on my part. And we still have 500 health left, which means we're not a one-shot for the AMX. I guarantee that 1357 is still camping in the spawn, because, let's be honest. Alright, well, let's move up and see if we can get a shell into the VK. Chonk, there you go, 417. This was a pretty good game again. I mean, the E-10 is a pretty solid tank. The turret traverse makes up for the poor hull traverse because it turns very quick. And the gun hits hard. It's got pretty good armor. I mean, we went up against tier 8s there and really didn't have much of a struggle. We did 1800, which, while it isn't anything incredible in a tier 8 battle, is pretty good for a tier 7. So, no, this isn't the next Smasher. This isn't the next Annihilator. But it is a fun vehicle. It does have good armor, and you can get good results out in it. As we can see from my statistics, I'm averaging over 2,000 damage in the vehicle. My win rate's pretty mid, but oh well, that's probably teams. At the end of the day, this is not a very mobile tank, so you still are reliant on what your teams do. But it's a fun tank, and that's really all that matters. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!